All right. I've been wanting to do this recording for quite some time. It is September 25th, 2021. And just a couple things I want to mention. September has been kind of crazy for me. I've been looking for work since May. That's when I graduated from my college. And yeah, it's been a weird year for me, man. I've been trying to find a job for quite a while, and finally landed a job this month. So I'm happy about that. But I've been wanting to do this video for a while for a few reasons. So I've always wanted to create content on YouTube. I've always wanted to be a content creator. Just didn't know exactly where I wanted to put my effort in. Like gaming videos, let's plays, or just vlogs. I think I want to start a video journal, sort of like just talk about my day-to-day life and experiences and just my thoughts on certain topics, and just post them on my channel. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So this is the first of many videos to come, many vlogs, and yeah, I just wanted to say that. A couple things that happened recently. So this year, my hospital bill came, and it was around $20,000. $19,000, but it was like there were several other things piled on top of that made it like 20K rounded up, and I was panicking. Obviously, I don't have that kind of money, so I kind of just ignored it for a little bit because I didn't want to deal with it until a couple of friends told me that I should probably call the hospital and arrange some type of payment, or like a payment plan. So I did. I called a couple of weeks ago, and turns out I don't owe anything. I don't owe anything because the COVID fund paid for it. So that's amazing, right? So I don't own it. I don't owe anything. I don't have a debt. I'm thankful because I don't know how I would have been able to tackle that issue. I know a lot of people are not that fortunate, and they have hospital bills that they're still paying that were like from years ago. And oh, can I move the camera there? But yeah, it was insane to me that because I had COVID, now I had to pay $20,000. I mean, that's insane. Dad got diagnosed last year with pulmonary fibrosis, and we started to treat that with a drug called Ofeb. It is actually the only drug that is actually I wouldn't say the only drug. I think there's another one. I think there's two of them, actually, two drugs that are out in the market officially that are prescribed to people with fibrosis. And what it does is it slows down the decay, or like the progression of the disease in the lungs. So like it doesn't cure it, it just delays it, or like slows it down. And he's been taking it since February. So yeah. So yeah, he's taking it every day, every morning and every night. And yeah, we're hoping that it's actually, it's going to provide him with a couple more years of life. My brother, who lives in Manville, New Jersey, recently lost everything in his house because of a flood caused by Hurricane Ida. And he's been dealing with that, the repercussions of that flood. He said that the waters, like the river, just came out and started flooding everything, the whole street, the whole neighborhood, and just went inside his house and started. The water started rising. So he in a panic, he grabbed his kids, his pets, and they got into the car and just drove away. But his house is completely destroyed from within, right? Like it's still standing, but inside it's just a big mess. There's no, they have to redo everything. Everything is damaged. I have a link in the description, or will have a link in the description, in case anybody wants to pitch in to his GoFundMe. I think his friend started it, so that people can contribute or donate to help my brother out. And I did. I sent him, I think, $100, and a couple more people have put like $50 or $25. So anything that you can give to this fund would be hugely appreciated, obviously. But yeah, I've been wanting to do a video journal on YouTube for so long, like years. I've been thinking about it, and now I'm actually doing it, and I don't know what to talk about. I mean, I'm trying to think of things that have happened this month, and the biggest thing is just the flood that my brother, that his whole town suffered. A lot of homes were lost. A lot of homes just, they're not there anymore. And some even exploded. Like, the water went in, and the way that it has been explained to me is that the gas, there's like a gas leak, and it makes the houses explode. So some houses have just, boom, just gone up in flames, which is horrible, right? It's terrible. You evacuate your house, you're at a shelter, and then you hear that a house has exploded in Manville, and then you go check your house, and it's your house. Your house just exploded. I mean, how terrible is that? That's fucked up, man. So I'm using a webcam for this video. I'm using just a regular Logitech webcam. I was thinking of using my Canon G7X to record, because I've been using this for years. It's the Mark 1. It's not any of the fancy new ones. I think there's the Mark 2 and Mark 3. They're coming out with a Mark 4 soon. I could be wrong. It could be out already. I don't know. I haven't seen it. But yeah, like, I've been using this for quite a while. It actually has really good quality. But then I thought, I'm just gonna talk to the camera. There's nothing, like, I mean, I could record myself with this, but like, this is more for like being out, right? Being out and about, recording everything, the streets and stuff. So I'm just gonna use the webcam. That's the gist of it. So I'm happy that I have a job. I'm happy that I can finally say I'm employed. So the journey to get to employment has been a rough ride. So starting in May, I graduated from Union County College, and I graduated with a computer information systems degree. Yay. And I'm happy to have the degree, but I have no experience. So jobs, when you're looking for jobs, they typically want two things, right? Your the credentials to say that, hey, you have studied this, you've gone to college, you have the degree for this. But they also want experience, and most of them wanted like 2 to 5 years of experience, and I don't have that, right? It was really hard for me to get a call from a job that wasn't entry level, and I'm 32 years old, right? And my dad, like I said, he suffers from lung disease, and I'm here trying to pay the bills, right? I'm trying to help, and just entry level is not going to work for me. So I knew that, and I didn't want to get paid less than $20 an hour because of all the expenses in our house and the rent and everything combined. We're just not going to be able to stay afloat if I get paid less than $20 an hour. So that's why I searched for very specific types of jobs, and then I just didn't hear back from anybody. So it was a bummer. Anyway, I'm talking for 10 minutes. Holy shit. Anyway, I got I got a call from this company called Dairy.com. I saw their job posting on Indeed, and it said something about like, you know, if you're are you interested in tech support? Do you have experience with tech support? I'm like, yeah, I've done that before. You know, I used to work for a website called support.com, and I used to do tech support for like people with networking issues, like restarting their routers, you know, basic stuff like that. And I also worked for Amazon. That was my last job as a logistics associate, an SDS agent, shipping, delivery, and support agent. And what we did there is actually the same thing that the people at Dairy.com want me to do, which is manage calls and solve problems that have to do with logistics, like, you know, shipping, tracking, talking to delivery partners, delivery drivers. But they also want me to learn their software. And their software, there's a vast difference. There's so many different programs that they've created for the dairy industry. It's incredible. They have like on-farm analytics. They manage like the shipment of, obviously, you know, dairy products. They also have like analysis tools for costs. There's a lot. There's a lot there. So I have to learn all that now, and it's gonna be awesome. I'm excited about it. And yeah, so I applied to the job. I sent him my resume, and I was like, hey, in the cover letter, I was like, hey, I used to work for Amazon, and we did logistics, and I, you know, every day helped people find their packages, make sure that the packages were tracked, you know, all this. I was, you know, trying to sell myself. It's actually what I did, but, you know, you have to like word it correctly so that you can seem, you know, like, hey, I did this. You guys should hire me. I know this stuff. And they didn't give me a call until like a week later, which is, you know, normal. It's typical for a job to wait for about a week, or, you know, it's typical to wait a week for a job to call you. That's what I'm trying to say. After you've sent your resume. So I got a call back. I got a call from a guy named Mitch Byers. He was really friendly, very friendly to me, and he asked me a couple questions, just introduction, right? Like an introductory interview, and yeah, it was great. We had like a good chemistry thing going on there, and then he's like, "Hey, I want to move you forward and just, you know, set up another interview." And the second interview, I met Tim, who's going to be my manager. And he asked me very detailed questions about like Amazon and what I was gonna do, or what I did there, and what I think I was gonna do at Dairy.com. And yeah, like I gave him as honest an answer to each of his questions as I could. And then I didn't hear back from them. I didn't hear back from them. I was like, oh well, I guess they went with someone else. Flash forward to just a couple of days ago when they're like, hey, Rick, you know, we want you to talk to our, like, you know, like HR associate or HR worker, and also, like, sit with a couple of other people because we want to move forward with you. And then I did it, right? And after that, I was hired. So I'm happy. I'm super happy about that. Anyway, that's it for me for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll be recording every day, usually in the afternoon or at night, to give you guys an update, or give anyone an update on what's going on in my life. Peace.